Hey everyone, Josh here with Fresh Start Customs, and today I'm going to show you a straightforward video on how to create these little pop-up stands. That's what I call them. They're basically just a stand-up file that you put into a slot that you cut out on your laser here. It's a super easy process, but if you don't know what you're doing, then you're going to be running into troubles here. So I'm going to show you on Illustrator. If you don't have Illustrator, it may be different on Inkscape, but I'm going to be using Illustrator today. First up, what you want to do is get a black and white photo that you want to create into one of these pop-up stands. It can be any kind of black and white photo that you want. I'm just using one from ChatGPT that I created really quick. You can use any design that you want or one that you've created in the past. Once you have a black and white design here, if it's a photo like this is, you need to turn it into a vector. So to do this, you'll just click Image Trace right here. If you don't have it there, you can click on Window and then click on Image Trace here. But I do have it down here, so I'm going to just click it right here. That's where it normally is. That turns it into a vector. And then what we need to do is click Expand. That way it expands the two colors to two separate paths here. We'll double click on the white and click once more so the white is selected, as you can see in the top left. Then we're going to click Select, go down to Same. We're going to go to Fill and Stroke, and that's going to select all the white in this photo. We're going to click the Delete button, and that deletes the white, leaving just the black left in this design. And if you want to make sure that it's just black only, you can select all of it, make sure just black is here. If there's a question mark here, you'll come down and choose black. That way it's a solid black color. Now what we need to do is we need to turn this into a compound path. That way your laser doesn't individually do all of these letters and stuff. You'll go to Object, click on Compound Path, and click on Make. Then we're going to go back to Object. We're going to click on Path, and then we're going to click on Offset Path. And what this is going to do is it's going to outline your entire design. And right now we have the fill on, so it's going to look kind of weird for right now, but that's okay. You can make the outline as big as you want. I'm going to just use this default 0.1389 that it goes to. You can either make this a miter, so it's going to have like sharp edges, or rounded. I always like doing rounded. You can click OK. And then what we want to do before selecting or deselecting anything, we go to Pathfinder and click Unite. If you don't have Pathfinder here, same thing as before, you can go to Window and then click on Pathfinder, but I have it over here, so I'm going to click Unite. What that does is it unites any overlapping paths together, and we're going to select our cut path on the outside, and the inside we're going to remove that fill engrave that we had before. Now that we did that, we're going to double click on this red line that we have and then click once more, and we can start selecting the insides here that we want to delete that we don't need to be a cut here. So you can kind of highlight over all of this section in the center. Make sure you delete all of your inside cuts that you don't need, just like that. And you now have the outside edge created, and we're almost done. We just have to put a lip on this that goes down into your base and create the base. So we're almost done here. What we need to do now is grab our little rectangle tool, and you can draw out your base how big you want it. So let's say we went from this point to that point there. And then what you'd want to do is you'd want to measure out the thickness of your material. So in this case, I'm just using it as an example. But if you want to be super accurate, you can draw a secondary rectangle here and create as big of a thickness of your material as possible. So let's say our material is a 1/4 inch. We can go to the height and then turn that into like a 1/4 inch here like that. Or if it's an 1/8 inch, we can go down to an 1/8 inch like this. So we'll just leave it at an 1/8 inch, and that way you can get your height adjustment here. So let's say your material is an 1/8 inch. We're going to zoom in to the bottom of this base, grab this 1/8 inch and make sure it's right there. We can now shrink this tab to match up to that like that. You can leave it a little bit longer to be safe just because of kerf. And if you don't know what kerf is, it's the amount of material that gets destroyed by the laser as it's cutting. Now what we're going to do is we're going to zoom back out now that we have exactly where that little slot is going to slot into our base here. And we can delete this tab. We won't need that anymore. Now what I like to do is I like to make a copy of this before I merge these together. So just hold Alt and drag it down. And you want to make the height as big as the slot is of your material size. So in this case, the 1/8 inch. I'm going to go back down to that 1/8 inch. You can make it a little bit smaller if you want to accommodate for kerf, but in this video, I'm not gonna address kerf. You can make that a tighter fit if you want, or just use glue too, whatever you want to do. But this is essentially the slot for our base here. Now we need another rectangle, and we're going to draw out the outside of our base here. You can make it as big or small as you want, so you can be as accurate or inaccurate as you want. And then we're going to align this using the Align tab to the center on both sides. And then that is perfectly centered now. So if you like the squared edges, you can square off the edges like that, or you can round them. Like I said, I always like to round these off. And you can make it as big or small as you want. Something like that looks good. What we want to do is we want to highlight both of these, and we want to do Pathfinder again. And we'll click the minus back here, and that will just remove the center, making this a compound path like we did earlier. Now what we want to do is with this base here, we want to merge that to this cut line here. So you'll hold shift and select both. And we're going to click unite. And there you go. You have successfully created your design to turn into one of these little stand-up designs, or these pop-up stands here. Essentially, if you have any sharp edges, kind of like we did here because we didn't have it overlap enough, you can add another square in here like this, make sure it lines up, and then you can hold shift, select the outside, and click unite again. And that will square off those edges for you if you had any that was uneven. But that is how simple this is. Hopefully I went as quick as possible as for you to understand, and as slow as possible so it was easy to understand. If you have any questions about it, let me know down in the comments below. But other than that, all you have to do is print this off and you're good to go. And we'll catch you guys in the next one.